Good morning. It's October 13th and this is your daily brief in science. Here's everything you need to know. A new process has been developed to convert rapeseed press cake, a byproduct of oil extraction used mainly as animal feed, into a protein source suitable for human consumption. This innovation aims to address the projected doubling of global protein demand by 2050. The approach focuses on upgrading agricultural waste to promote a more sustainable food system and lessen reliance on livestock farming, which is associated with environmental concerns. Researchers used natural deep eutectic solvents combined with computer simulations to identify formulations that increase protein yield from rapeseed press cake. The study, published in Food Hydrocolloids, demonstrates a step toward more resource-efficient food production. However, further research is needed to optimize the extraction process for commercial use, particularly in improving yield and purity. This development is significant because reducing dependence on livestock farming can lead to a decrease in greenhouse gas emissions. The process offers a promising, environmentally friendly alternative for protein production. Still, achieving commercial viability will require additional work to refine the technology. Overall, this innovation highlights the potential of using agricultural waste as a valuable resource in sustainable food systems. A recent clinical trial has shown promising results for a new cancer therapy targeting melanoma resistant to checkpoint inhibitors. The Phase 1 and 2 trial involved 29 patients with refractory melanoma, reporting an objective response rate of 24% and a disease control rate of 60%. Notably, patients with PD-L1 positive tumors experienced an ORR of 67%, suggesting PD-L1 as a potential biomarker for response. Moderna announced early data for its investigational therapy, mRNA-4359, at the 2025 European Society for Medical Oncology Congress in Berlin. The company will present initial clinical, safety, and translational data during the event. Early results indicate that mRNA-4359 has a manageable safety profile and stimulates immune responses, including T-cell activation and the generation of new T-cell receptor clones. The combination of mRNA-4359 with pembrolizumab showed no new immune-related adverse events. The data also demonstrated successful induction of antigen-specific T-cell responses. Moderna is exploring mRNA-4359 both as a standalone treatment and in combination with other therapies. The trial, which is ongoing, targets immune escape pathways to overcome resistance, especially in PD-L1 positive tumors. Results will be further detailed on October 17, 2025, during a mini oral session at ESMO, with a webcast for investors scheduled later that day. A 7-year study involving nearly 5,800 adults in the Netherlands has found that depression subtypes are linked to different physical health risks. Individuals with atypical depression, characterized by fatigue, increased sleep, and higher appetite, are approximately 2.7 times more likely to develop type 2 diabetes. They also face a higher risk of cardiovascular diseases like heart attack or stroke. Conversely, those with melancholic depression, marked by early morning awakening and decreased appetite, have about a 1.5 times increased risk of cardiovascular disease but not diabetes. The research was presented at the 38th ECNP Congress in Amsterdam and emphasizes that depression's biological signatures vary by subtype. Lead researcher Dr. Yuri Milaneshi highlighted that understanding these differences could lead to more personalized treatment approaches. The study's large sample size and longitudinal design strengthen its findings, but further validation across diverse populations is needed. These results suggest the importance of early diagnosis and tailored interventions for depressed individuals to prevent chronic conditions. The research supports a shift towards precision psychiatry, recognizing that depression's biological subtypes influence physical health risks differently. It underscores that depression's systemic effects are heterogeneous and that subtype-specific risks can inform personalized prevention strategies. Clinicians may soon incorporate depression subtype assessments into routine care, enabling targeted metabolic screenings. Experts stress the need to integrate physical health management into depression treatment, especially amid rising rates of diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. Biological analyses indicate that atypical depression involves disruptions in inflammatory and metabolic processes, such as elevated systemic inflammation and insulin resistance, which are not observed in melancholic depression. Recent advances in CAR T-cell therapy include the development of armored CAR T-cells that secrete cytokine YL-18, aiming to enhance their effectiveness. These cells activate innate immune responses, potentially boosting treatment outcomes. Trials at the University of Pennsylvania have shown promising initial results, including complete responses in lymphoma patients. IL-18 not only improves CAR T-cell efficacy, but may also act as a growth factor for T-cells. June's team created these armored cells, which significantly increased effectiveness in mouse models. Despite rapid progress, experts emphasize the need to accelerate translating preclinical research into human treatments. The field is advancing quickly, with innovations like natural killer cells and lipid nanoparticle delivery methods speeding up development. Carl June, a pioneer in the field, led to the FDA approval of Kymriah in 2017, a milestone that has saved thousands of lives. However, research indicates that CAR T-cells targeting pancreatic cancer tend to become exhausted within 2 weeks, unlike in blood cancers where they remain active for years. To address this, June's lab is exploring genetic editing techniques like CRISPR to prevent T-cell exhaustion in solid tumors. Beyond oncology, June co-founded a biotech startup focused on CAR T therapies for autoimmune diseases, which was acquired by AbbVie for $2.1 billion, with early promising results in conditions like lupus. This expansion highlights the broad potential of CAR T technology, currently being explored in over 140 clinical trials worldwide. A new theoretical framework called the quantum memory matrix, or QMM, suggests that information is the fundamental building block of reality, rather than matter or energy. This model proposes that space-time is discrete and acts as a cosmic memory bank, storing quantum information and entanglement. It introduces the principle of geometry-information duality, which states that the shape and behavior of space-time are influenced not only by mass and energy, but also by the distribution of quantum information. This could potentially explain phenomena like dark matter and dark energy, with dark matter viewed as clusters of imprints in spacetime that affect galaxy motions. Dark energy is interpreted as residual energy from saturated spacetime cells that drive cosmic acceleration. The QMM framework also predicts a cyclic universe, where phases of expansion are followed by contraction and a bounce, driven by the saturation of spacetime's informational capacity. This leads to a universe that could be around 62 billion years old, much older than the 13.8 billion year estimate based solely on expansion. Recent experiments using quantum computers have tested aspects of the QMM, successfully retrieving quantum states with over 90% accuracy. These results demonstrate the model's practical potential for quantum error correction and understanding spacetime. The framework offers a potential solution to the black hole information paradox, suggesting that information falling into black holes is stored in spacetime's memory and not lost. Overall, the QMM integrates information theory with cosmology, providing new insights into the universe's structure, evolution, and its ability to retain a record of past events. This has been your daily brief in science. To read more about these stories, follow the links in the episode bio. You can also subscribe to these updates via email at www.brief.news. For more daily podcasts about the topics you love, visit brief.news/podcasts. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back with everything you need to know.